Hello and welcome to another T3PO podcast. This time I'm actually doing a 2 diamond level games. These guys are pretty high level. How I got into this game? Well, actually I watched this game live, so you might see me in the spectator chat. This is against Solid, who's playing as the purple Toss, versus Apples, who's the yellow Zerg down in bottom left, and this is the Zelnaga Taverns, if I can pronounce it correctly. And these guys are pretty high ranked. They're not top 200, but they're good enough to definitely place in a decent clan, perhaps play in some tournaments. And I actually got in here by I got beat by a guy in 1v1. This is like Silver League, and I just was not having a good day. So he invited me. He has some friends on, and they were like all diamond levels. So one of these guys was playing a guy from Team Liquid. No, he's not. Solid is not a member of Team Liquid. He just hangs out on the forums. So they invited me to spectate. So I got to watch. I actually got to spectate a high-level game, which was pretty cool. So we have Apple's gameplay is kind of like TLO. He doesn't play very standard. He always does his own thing. And as you can see now, he's actually worker rushing. Usually you see like a Zerg rush from Zerg. Apples is actually going in with his drones to see how much damage he can get. As you can see, Zerg units actually replace health over time, so he waits for a few seconds before going back in to re-attack the probes. This works pretty well against Terran, and this actually is really recent. You won't see this on high-level gameplay, but it's very interesting to watch. But he's not too successful against with the probes. I think he tries to snipe this pylon. Nope, not gonna grab that. This probe here has actually got a few hits off on that probe. That's pretty solid. Solid, never mind. He's not gonna be able to do much damage against this pylon. This Solid is chrono boosting out a Zealot to take care of these probes. I mean, to take care of these drones. Meanwhile, Apple's been able to put down his expansion. He's droned up quite a bit, and he's got a spawning cooldown. He hasn't fallen behind that much in Harvesters. It's still 1770 match. He's got to get this drone out of here before he gets sniped by the Zealot, which he will. And he also scraps the gas because he sees the cybernetic score, which means that he's Solid's going to be using a lot of gas in the near future, so he wants to make sure that he can just slow him down as much as possible to give himself a lead with the hatchery. So now we can see Apple's creating some Zerglings. Was that fun? That I've actually never seen that before in all the games I've ever played. I've never seen a drone rush. Extractor goes down. Can't really cancel it after it's built, unfortunately, for Zerg. Gateway's not really producing much. As he finally get his second assimilator back up on the second gas. Zergling's chasing down this candy crow. Oh, he manages to snipe it before it heads back to his base. Drone transfer. See, very good tactic. Instead of Apples right now doesn't really have the economy to produce more drones, so instead he uses the creep tumor on the queen instead of using larva. This is definitely a sign of a higher level gameplay is the usage of creep tumors, and not just overusing your creep tumors, but it's using creep tumors without really sacrificing your game. His Zerg detailer, that looks pretty cool. It kind of looks like a I forget what they're called. I'll tell you if I think of it. But gotta get these creep tumors. You really want to spread the creep from your natural to your main, because if you ever have to send units back and forth, that's the way to do it. And also, creep tumor gives you vision, which is something that you definitely will need as a Zerg, because other than sacrificing your Overlord, which Apples actually has up here for the timing scout, you can actually just have creep tumors all over the place, and that tells you who's where and when. Also, Apple's getting his metabolic boost out. Looks like he'll be going heavy Zergling soon, shortly. Here goes his scouting overlord. He's gonna get picked off soon by the stalkers that are nearby. Well, it looks like solid. Apples looks like he got pretty decent. He didn't miss too much. He's got every building within range. So ton of Zerglings coming out. Looks like he'll be doing a raid soon. Check up on that Natural. Natural just got put down by Solid. I actually played with Solid. Solid is actually a very skilled. He's really good micro-wise with Protoss. He also plays Zerg fairly well. Apples, I've never really played with Apples. However, I heard he can he beat a platinum player by just straight Zergling before. This this is like high level platinum, not just not 44 platinum or anything like that. Spine crawlers pretty well positioned to block any possible approach. Well, not block, but deter any possible approach from any forces. And this is a great play by Apples. Watch as he, instead of attacking the unit straight on, he runs through in front of the units and then presses S, which stops the units, which actually causes a surround and doesn't allow the units to escape. That is definitely something you want to do if you go mass Zergling. You just don't want to press right-click attack. You want to go beyond and then press the S key, which stops. Now it looks like he's gonna be Apple's gonna be aiming at the expansionist Solid. Solid, however, is not gonna have much of that. Although Apples has been able to bring down the shields. This is very crucial. Either Apples can either run to the main and cause damage, or attack the Natural. So Solid has to be really careful with his unit placement. Make sure Apples doesn't sneak into the Natural and cause all sorts of issues. Now Solid was able to clean that up very efficiently. However, his next is at very low health, so he's gonna need to set up some sort of defenses. Unfortunately, you cannot repair your Natural, which is one of some reasons that Protoss really wish they were tearing right now, or even Zerg, as their buildings can repair if they're on creep. Apple sets up his third expo as he knows he has a distinct advantage. Where the Zerglings go? Here they go. Let's follow these up. I think he's gonna go in for the snipe this time with the Nexus. There's a surround. Even the probes getting on the action as they try to hit the Zerglings, and Natural goes down. This is a huge blow to Solid. He's way behind right now, but now that Solid knows he's probably just killed the last of his defense, so now Apples really needs to crank out some defense as the counterattack's coming right down. He saw it because this Zelnaga watchtower was able to spot. And now Apples can see the exact unit placement of Solid's forces because of those creep tumors. But 11 roaches are just about to pop out of this Natural. They should be able to hold off Solid's force. But actually, there's no upgrades, I'm surprised. And it looks like we're getting mental sacks as well for Solid. This should be some interesting Overlord play coming up. These queens, better watch this queen, might get sniped. There we go, transfuse going on the queen, keep the queen alive. Very nice play. Natural sub should start. There we go. He's got his drones coming. Check out the APM. Apples is now at 130 while Solid's at 50. Zerg is always the highest APM. That's kind of obvious because you have more stuff to do. While TOS, you don't have as much stuff to do. But while the battle ensues, TOS I think is definitely more micro intensive than any of the other races. Pretty much because of all these extra spells they have. Just look, Stalkers have Blink, the Sentries have Force Field, and one thing that I like to do is I like to have one group for the army and then have the Sentries as 2 and then Sentries at 3. So if I need the Sentries to blink somewhere, I'll just hit 2 and then have them blink away from the main army. or if I need the sentries to throw force field, I just press 3FF. But usually the best cast will come up on top, which will be the sentry in this case, and you'll be able to throw down a force field. So looks like we got some Overlord action. He's just pulled back because of the scouting drone, but looks like Solid will see this coming. I don't know if he knows anything is coming in those Overlords, but you'll find out soon enough.